Alright, today I'm going to show you how to draw 5 different forms. The first one we're going to try is a cone. So the way I do a cone is I start with an upside down V, okay, then a smiley face, and then I draw my shadow because my light is over here. Okay. Then I'm going to draw a sphere. Okay, obviously this does not need to be perfect. Okay. There's my sphere. And then a cube. So I start by drawing a square. And then I'm going to draw lines back. And remember that with a cube, all of the lines are parallel. So whatever direction or angle this line is going, this back one is going to follow that. And then whatever angle this one is going, this one will follow it. And then whatever angle this one is, this one back here will be. And then it's shortened, of course, because it's going back into space. Okay? And then we'll draw the shadow for that one. Okay? And then the last one, or not the last one, the next one is a cylinder. So I draw a skinny little oval looking thing. And then 2 straight lines down. And another smiley face. Okay. And then I make my shadow for this one. Okay. Alright, and the last one that I'm going to show you is a pyramid. Okay. Just do it on the back. Okay. This one you start with a triangle. And then we bring a line down here and then to the side. Okay? And then we're going to draw the shadow. Okay? So I'm going to show you, I'll start with the pyramid and show you how to shade this one. This one is a lot like a cube in that when we've got our light source, okay, we know that the area furthest away from the light is the darkest, okay? So when you're shading, you're going to hold your pencil to the side like this. Okay, I don't know if you can see that from all angles. Okay, so I'm holding it to the side and I'm using the side of the pencil. Okay, I know that the area away from the light is going to be the darkest, or well, close to the darkest. It's not darker than the shadow. Okay, so we're going to make that dark. So don't forget that you can flip your page around to different angles to get in all the spaces that you need to get in. Okay. So then this side, this front part, is going to be a medium tone. So not as dark as the side furthest away from the sun or the light. Okay. Now you want to try and avoid any lines. Notice how when I shade, there are no lines within my color, my value. Okay. So you're going to try to make that same thing happen. I like to shade in an oval. So when I color, I'm coloring in an oval. I find that that's the best way to maintain a solid value. Okay, and I would prefer that you guys not smudge using your fingers. There's several reasons that we don't want to do that. One is that the oil in your fingers will mess up the pigment, the graphite that's in the pencil. Okay, so you don't want to do that. If you need to blend, you can do that with the pencil. You can also use a Kleenex or a tortillon or a blending stump. You can purchase those at Walmart or Hobby Lobby or Michael's. They're great to work with if you want one. Another way to avoid smudging your picture as you're working is to use an additional piece of paper and place it underneath your drawing hands as you work so that you don't smudge the drawing. So turn it. Okay, so there is my pyramid. Okay, I'm going to flip it around and begin the cone. Okay, so we know that this side is the side furthest away from the light. So we're going to start on this side, and again, you're using the side of your pencil. We're coloring in an oval. And you want it to be fairly dark on that far side. And then, of course, as you move to the left where the light is, you want it to be lighter. Remember, we don't want any lines, so make sure you're coloring in that oval. And if you're having trouble with lines in your drawing, you can always color or shade from the opposite direction. So see, I'm going vertically, so I could turn my paper around and color horizontally. Okay. I'm going to turn it upside down. Shade from this direction. So don't be afraid to turn your paper around as you need to get in the spaces that you need to. Okay. I'm going to color real light when I get over here. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. Okay, and then of course the shadow is the darkest part, so I won't waste your time doing that for you. The cube is going to be exactly like the pyramid, so we know that the light source is coming from this direction, so the darkest part is right here, so you're going to shade that the darkest. This is going to be the mid-tone. Okay, and this will be left white. Okay, and then for the sphere, we know that our light source is from up here, so that means that we're going to leave a circular white space right in here. I don't know if you can see that little circle. And you can break this up in lines if you want to. Like you can bring this around and make another circle, and then another circle, and then another circle, so that you can see kind of how it should go. So I've made those lines, so that means that my darkest area is going to reach up into here. Okay. And then as I go around, as I move that around, it's going to get lighter. And of course it doesn't have to stay within those lines. You can color over those lines. Okay. And if this doesn't look really nice, it's okay. We're just learning how to shade, and it's okay if it doesn't look perfect. I don't expect it to. Now I do expect you to take your time, attempt to be neat, because I can tell if you've just really quickly done something just to get it done. It shows. So try to take your time, do a good job, don't rush through. I'm going to give you guys several days to get these done. So I'm not going to be assigning more work on top of this. So I'm going to give you like 2 or 3 days without extra work to work on these, because there are so many that you have to do. The reason that I have you guys do so many is so that by the time you get through all 20 of those forms, you should be pretty awesome at shading. And if you're not, shoot me a video of you drawing, and I'll take a look at it and tell you what you can do to make it better. Okay? Notice how I turn my paper around a lot, because I'm trying to get the shading in the direction that I want it to go and get rid of any lines that there might be. I turn it around again and then start getting really light in here. And then for this part, I don't have any Kleenexes near me, so I'm gonna use my fingers. But don't, if you can avoid it at all, do not use your fingers, because that's a bad habit to get into. Okay, so I'm going to smudge that in. Okay, then I might even erase a little bit of it, so that we've got the white of the ball. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I hope you can. Okay, so a cylinder is like a mix between a cube and a cone. Okay, so the top of the cylinder is white. This is the darkest. This is the lightest. Okay, and then of course the shadow is really dark. So what I want you guys to do is shade it just like you do a cone here. So this will be really dark. It'll go to a light. This will be left white. And this will be the darkest area. So outside of this, this will be the darkest. Okay? Don't forget to do your shadows. I did not bother to do my shadows because it will just take longer and the video is already too long. So go ahead and do those. Turn them in to me. I'll take a look at them and see what we can do to make it better. Okay? Guys, take care.